pretty good.
All right, welcome to Boozin with Buddies. I'm here with two of my good friends and our guest, Robert Cameron.
Hey, how's it going?
Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Tyler Sparks.
I am good friend number 2, Nick Nolan.
All right, so today we're just going to talk shit and drink some beer.
That sounds fun to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you been, Robert?
I've been good, man.
Yeah?
I've been good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really happy to not be working for 3 weeks.
Absolutely. 3 weeks.
It's pretty great.
It's a good amount of time.
It is.
You're still in Vegas, right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Vegas is pretty crazy.
No, you don't say.
No, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I know in your first kind of teaser podcast, you guys were talking about MMA.
Yes.
And Vegas being the MMA capital of the world, I guess.
You can say that.
You could say that.
Sure.
You know, the MGM Grand, all the greatest fights are there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in one fight. Not
Why?
even one.
You
Why?
fucked up.
I feel like they're really
You
expensive.
fucked up.
I feel like they're ungodly expensive.
So if you go to the MGM, yes, they're really fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But I was given free tickets to go to the Thomas and Mack Center. It's the UNLV, which is like the University of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was an amateur fight. I was like, fucking sweet, like free tickets. This is awesome. And then I look at the event online, and it's like the event is already free. So I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not even gonna go to this. I got them for free, but I could get them for free anyway.
Somebody hyped those tickets up, and they weren't worth shit.
Free tickets to a free fucking event.
You know what? That guy probably got handed those tickets by somebody else.
Yeah, or he
He's
probably.
like,
He was
he's
trying
like,
to get rid of
I don't
them.
fucking-
That's what it was.
I don't know why you didn't just throw them away if they were free tickets anyways.
Well, no, so
It's not like they were worth something, you know. You didn't have to feel bad.
So it's like there's a lot of places in Las Vegas that give the military free tickets. The
Yeah.
Air Force has a huge presence in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh yeah. So normally the last free show I went to was Nitro Circus with like
It's badass.
Travis Pastrana and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so it was really cool. But so I was like, cool, this event will be like that where it's like normally you pay to go in and you watch something badass.
Right.
So but then when I got these tickets and I was looking at it, it's like this is bullshit. Like they're just trying to fill seats at
They
this
really
point.
had fights though, right? You still
Yeah, there
you
were
still-
fights. There
Probably
definitely.
still should have gone.
Well,
I probably still would have gone. Yeah, they're probably shitty fights though. But
yeah.
a shitty MMA fight, if you've never watched an MMA fight,
It's
it's
still
still an
cool.
MMA fight.
It's amusing. at
It's
the
still
very
an
least.
MMA.
Yeah,
It
that's
at least intrigues you to go want to watch more.
It's actually more amusing, in my opinion, to watch like two dudes that don't know how to fight try and beat the shit out of each other than it is to watch like
It
Brock
does.
Lesnar pummel some guy because he's on steroids.
Hey,
Yeah, there you go.
they weren't steroids, it's estrogen blockers, sir.
But yeah, to actually answer your question, how I've been
Fact checks.
really good.
Yes, sir.
I've been good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's good.
One of these ciders
Go for it. No, it doesn't make you a girl. They're delicious. And
Tyler's drinking a Smith's Forge cider. Apparently he thinks
Smith
they're
and
girly.
Forge. Smith and
No,
Forge.
I actually like
I don't know. If you were to pull up one of the YouTube videos
Yeah.
of the Smith and Forge, I think it's like the manliest cider you can drink.
I feel like I've seen like bits and pieces of
it
it.
is just badass. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like you're like a
No, the cans are pretty much badass. This is one of the cooler cans I've ever seen.
It's like
They got like a little logo that like.
It sounds like
shit.
you're a blacksmith.
It sounds like you could drink these and you have like a job and you're not like homeless or something.
You forge strong.
That doesn't make
things,
sense. Not what I was trying to say.
right? Like steel is forged. So
Like a hardworking man would drink this cider.
You're
You wouldn't call this man a bitch.
You're forging.
Most of the time, you drink a cider, you're a bitch.
You're forging your liver to take it. That's just how it works.
Getting your liver ready for
Something
alcoholic
else.
rape.
I don't know.
And just letting it take it. You're on the images, man. Why are you not on the commercials? Videos.
Look at that mustache.
Yeah, no, that guy's badass.
Isn't it like a lumberjack in the commercials?
Well, this guy's just he's got a big, thick mustache. And sideburns that go all the way down to his mustache.
Nice little caterpillar.
So, you know. I don't know what you call that, but it like connects.
Beard stash.
I mean,
I
badass.
had a pretty epic beard stash at one
Yeah,
point.
then you
Did
trimmed
you?
it down.
You could get one right now. You just gotta shave the middle out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'd be single.
Well,
No.
My girlfriend would kill me.
No, she couldn't
she
do
a fan of
that.
beard.
She likes the beard.
Yeah, but you trimmed it
I don't
down.
think
I still don't
anybody's a fear
understand.
of the Benz.
What? Has a fear of the Benz?
You're a Benz stash.
I didn't know you were afraid of Benzes, Tyler.
Oh man.
Benzos?
Get a fear of the Benzos.
I have an addiction problem.
Oh, shit.
So anyway, speaking of mustaches, so you guys have seen the first Super Troopers,
Yes.
and they all have glorious mustaches. Did you guys hear about the second Super Troopers that was crowdfunded?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
about that
I
one,
heard
yeah.
bits and pieces of it.
They had to raise, so they had to raise like over $1 million, and I think it was either on Kickstarter or like GoFundMe or some bullshit.
I think it was
One of-
Kickstarter.
One of those websites.
And so they got it. So they're actually making a Super Troopers 2. It should be really interesting.
I'm still
Do they
waiting
get the same
for,
cast? Dude,
It is,
Degrassi's
yeah.
coming
It
back.
is the same cast.
It is the same cast.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It
But
might be-
otherwise,
it might be
otherwise it
good.
would suck ass. I'm pretty sure it's the same writers too.
Degrassi's coming back too to Netflix.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not excited about that in any way.
Dude,
Degrassi. Well, then you can.
I
see,
would have been just to see Drake come back, but he said he's not coming.
You can see.
And it would
Drake
only be
rise
funny
from
to
the
watch
bottom.
him sit in the wheelchair again.
Yeah, it
Just
would be.
like, ha, started back at the bottom, bitch.
Just started at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, there's no going back up. He's terrible. So I think the cat's out of the bag on that one. I think people figured it out.
I'm still waiting for Weed Fest at the end of Beer Fest.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
still waiting on that. It'll
It'll never happen.
That's
It'll-
never gonna
You
Well,
teased
no,
me. I
no,
thought
no.
that
You
was
know when it will
actually
happen?
happening.
You know when it will happen? Is when pot is legalized everywhere.
Oh yeah,
They
that
should just
movie.
film in Colorado then. It would be.
They already
hilarious.
filmed
Filming in
it.
Colorado. Did
It's
you
just
know?
hidden.
They could just put all the big weed heads in it. It would be hilarious. It would
True.
probably help them get it legalized.
Well, it's already
'Cause
legal
they could
in
do it-
Colorado.
Yeah, but they could do it like try and do it statewide.
Well, did you know? So Maine has, I guess.
Yeah, the bill's in for
Yeah, the
November.
bill. Question
Yeah.
1. It's
Yeah.
like if you vote yes on one, like you're gonna legalize marijuana. If you vote no on one, I don't know. I don't know how it is. But
I don't know what they're doing with it. I
I was-
haven't read into it.
Yeah.
Did you look that up? It's in November.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
is.
the
Yeah, it's this year.
specifics of it, but I know a lot of people.
Is
that
it legalization,
already have
or is
their
it-
medical card? Don't want it passed.
Well, 'cause
Why?
the-
Why?
Yeah, why?
I
Who knows?
don't know.
Hot takes?
I
Well,
don't know.
okay, so I
Got
can,
some- got
I
some
can
hot
understand-
takes over there?
That's all I know. Is everyone that I know on Facebook that is, a card holder
Mhm.
is very
I think-
adamant about it not.
I
being
think they're
passed.
scared of the regulation side of
I was
it.
gonna
Yeah.
say that's what I was gonna say.
I think
So
they're nervous to start fucking with it.
the tax, like, cause
Oh, yeah.
right now they go to
Well, yeah,
dispensaries.
that-
they go to
yeah.
dispensaries and they pay, the dispensary prices or whatever. But like once it's legalized in the state's gonna tax the shit out of it so they can, fix roads.
Yeah, but if
Well,
it works
but-
out like
there goes
Colorado,
all of their fucking income basically, because half the people that have their medical
Oh, yeah.
card are just selling weed illegally.
allegedly,
Allegedly, who knows?
that doesn't happen. It's
Yeah, but
good
you,
law-abiding citizens in the state of Maine.
Right? Yeah.
Always.
We can neither confirm nor deny that they are doing this.
It's just a hot take. That's all. It's just one hot take.
Yeah, but you can't trademark or not trademark, but you can't specifically say that marijuana, like marijuana as a whole, needs to be this much because there's so many different types. It does so many different things.
No, but they can
It's
say
two
flat out we're gonna tax it this percentage. No matter
Yeah.
what you try and sell it at, it's still gonna be taxed.
Yeah,
at
But
a
even
Yeah,
even like
it'd
the
be the
THC
same as
oil
sales
and stuff like
tax.
that.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
they all are taxed at a different little rate. Yeah.
It'd probably be the same.
They even
as
like
the
it-
state sales tax.
If they do it like Colorado too, they have like limits you can put in each one.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
did
not
you
like it's not
see
outrageous.
the revenue.
Oh
Colorado
no,
got?
it was like
It's
$100 million. It
ridiculous.
was $100 million in
They
taxes.
they don't know what to do with it. Like they're fixing all the roads.
They
and
had to
they're
give it
making
back.
Education
They
way
gave some
better.
back. to
They have no
everybody.
idea what the fuck to do with it. all.
Yeah. It's a lot of money. Made more money in taxes on weed than they did in beer and cigarettes for the first time in history.
That's
Yeah.
because beer and cigarettes are put into the same tax bracket, the leisure bracket. I'm pretty sure it's called.
Makes sense.
Well, they were just talking just from straight like purchases. They made more money off weed than they did off beer and cigarettes for the first time in history.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna.
That's outrageous. That's never.
This
nobody ever
initial
thought
bill
that would happen.
legalized,
People love
regulates, and
beer and
taxes
they love
the culture.
cigarettes.
That's true, but
People love weed too. And it's
21
weird that
years
it's
of
still
age.
legal.
Yeah.
It's weird
Well,
that
so
most
that's-
people don't care anymore, but they're
so-
like, nope, it's got to be legal.
So when it was passed in Colorado, that's one of the things people were concerned about was, like everyone likes to drink, and like drinking
It's the whole premise
DUIs,
of this
driving drunk
podcast.
is awful. So they're thinking that their DUI rate, smoking pot and driving is still driving under the influence. They were thinking their DUI rate would skyrocket through the roof. And I was reading something the other day where the DUI rate actually lowered because when people smoke pot, they don't want to like go on joyrides. They just want to fucking.
Yeah, they just want to sit at their house and make podcasts with their friends.
Well, you can do that, or they just
have
want to
no
sit
ambition
around
to leave.
and watch podcasts
Mm.
like fucking Joe
Oh,
Rogan.
you just find stuff to do around your house.
Yeah.
When you drink, you want to go do stuff.
Because drinking makes you rowdy. Smoking
Yeah.
pot chills you out.
Oh,
Well, it depends on what kind
Probably
of smoking.
can't go to the bar when I drink.
yeah, no, it's awful.
I get in trouble.
Yeah,
And it's a lot more money too.
it's so expensive.
But like I enjoy it.
Twice
So
as
that's-
much.
It's not bad.
Like,
In
it's
small
twice-
doses,
it's
it's
three
really
times
not
as
bad.
much. You're literally paying
It's-
3 times as much as you would if you bought
But it's not like every fourth
Just-
time. Every fourth time you get to watch one of your friends throw up at
Just
like
think of
7:30 in
this.
the morning or 7:30 in the afternoon. It's
A
hilarious.
weed bar.
And it's always funny.
A
You
weed
laugh
bar?
about it forever.
Well, like you walk in and they're like, "Oh, hey, welcome to the weed bar," and they got a menu, and
It's
then you
Okay, so
Don't
pick up
they-
the weed.
we should
Don't they
should
have-
save that idea and make a hotel expansion on it.
There you go. Don't they
So
have
that when they
a-
smoke,
don't
get
they
smoked
have
out.
that
and
in
sleep there.
Amsterdam? It's like cafe. Like,
I think
Yeah,
Amsterdam got tighter on their
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Amsterdam
well, it's
tightened
because
down
so
a
many
lot.
tourists were coming in, like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke pot.
And they were getting
all
they
fucked
were
up.
abusing it.
America ruining everything. Like, oh, 420, huh? Let's go to Amsterdam. They're
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm just trying to smoke a blunt with my breakfast.
Yeah.
And you're smoking a bowl, yelling about 420. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
go away.
What is
So
like,
high right now.
I can't feel my fucking face.
Look at me, Snapchat. Look at me.
I
I'm
think
so
I'm ODing on
cool.
pot.
I'm gonna jump from a 4th-story balcony.
I wonder if Amsterdam, like back in the day, had Snapchat filters of like pot shit.
Doubt it.
Nah, I doubt
Snapchat.
it.
Well, no, because they changed that law forever ago. Because that was when we were in like high school.
When you're in Amsterdam, you're so high, your eyes.
Amsterdam.
Your
when
eyes.
you're in Amsterdam,
They
let me tell
fucking-
you what.
I had a stroke. Amsterdam. Your eyes are your Snapchat filter. Everything is just
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
awesome.
Oh,
over there.
well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I really
You know-
wanted to go there.
You know, yeah. You know, when I was stationed in England, I really should have gone to Amsterdam, but I fucked
No,
up.
you shouldn't have. You would have got kicked out.
Well, no, I mean, it would have been cool to see though, because Amsterdam has like, just for seeing, has a large like red light district.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Just to see it.
You're into the prostitution. Huh?
I would not partake.
You're telling me you're gonna walk down the red light district
No,
and not partake?
absolutely
Lies,
not.
sir.
Oh,
They'll
that
coax
actually
you into
brings
it.
me to a topic I meant to ask earlier when you said that you lived in Vegas. Have you ever done that there?
Oh, so well, no. I have a girlfriend.
It's
And,
funny you mentioned I pay her bi-weekly.
no. So
It's a
but
retainer.
what we play while we're driving like down the strip or like around the strip.
You
is
play
like,
Pokemon Go?
Not Pokemon. We can talk about that later because I got a story about that in Las Vegas. But
Word.
we play if they're a hooker or not. So you basically have to say like you point chicks out and you're like, is she a hooker? No. Is she a hooker? No. Because there's a lot of people who are in Vegas or they're obviously there to party and have a good
Right.
time.
I feel like that's like 50% of the in Vegas
Yeah.
crowd, like
Yeah.
living in Vegas.
Not living in Vegas.
No, well, like yeah,
But, like,
I mean, like in the city.
Yeah.
Like yeah, because most of
Like-
the people, like my stepmother lived there. She said they lived out of the city.
Yeah, I don't live near the strip at
And they
all.
would drive like the 20 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But most people didn't live in there unless they were staying
Mhm.
like the weekend.
So
Oh,
it's like 50-50. Sometimes you spot a hooker. Sometimes it's just a really scantily clad woman trying to go to a club. You know, trying to have a good time.
But if they're out there at 4:30 in the afternoon, they're probably a hooker.
Well,
Yeah, but
not
they're
dressed to the
not
nines.
necessarily because
Really?
sometimes those clubs, man, they're
Oh,
like
that's true. They go like
24/7.
nutty.
Yeah.
How do they do that? I feel like you can't serve alcohol past a certain time.
It's Las Vegas, man. It's Sin City. Nobody cares.
That's right. You can fuck a
because you
prostitute.
can- you can
fuck a
sit-
prostitute out there too.
No, well
Not
that's
in
so.
Lamar-
Vegas.
So
No,
that's
No,
That's
it's on the
actually not
outskirts.
legal
It's
in
in Nevada.
Vegas.
In Nevada, you can.
yeah. So
Not in Vegas.
Counties in Nevada.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in Nevada, it's in Nye County, Nevada, is where it's legal.
State facts.
The bunny ranch.
In Las Vegas is actually in Clark County. So you have to
Yeah.
go. I'm going to tell you this story. So me and my girlfriend were going out to Death Valley in California because we do this thing where we go to national parks or whatever. On the way back, she's like, "Oh, let's go to Pahrump," and I was like, "Are you sure you want to go to Pahrump?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's like a shopping mall in Pahrump that like I want to go to." And I'm like, "Okay." And my knowledge of Pahrump is like Pahrump is where in Nye County where the brothels are.
Oh,
So I'm like,
interesting.
I know, right?
You go shopping and I'll have a little fun.
Okay, so you're gonna have
So-
to give me the information on that for later.
So here's the thing, like
Like a
we go to
trip.
Pahrump, I'm like, okay, I guess there's a like a shopping mall here. So we go to Pahrump.
Can you buy
And there's-
short skirts?
There's no fucking shopping mall that exists in Pahrump. It's one casino and a bunch of random houses. So come to find out,
So weird.
she was thinking of a city called Prim, which is like 30 miles south of Vegas, which is like 2.5 hours
Fall out
away
New
from
Vegas.
Pahrump.
Yeah.
So
See, that's a wrong ass way.
it was
for the wrong
super
ass
wrong.
town.
I was so mad at her for the longest time. I'm like, are we going to look at the brothels or go shopping? But there's the brothels actually aren't in Pahrump. Pahrump is known for the brothels, but the brothels are actually in a town called Crystal, which is like another 20 minutes from Pahrump.
Some
Is it
weight.
Crystal?
Yeah, write that down. Yeah, Crystal.
Yeah, jot that down
I'll
for my,
Google
my
it.
event planner.
There's actually Vice does a documentary about a guy. Well, he's like a Las Vegas local who goes around to all the cool shit in Las Vegas. But then, like at the end of the documentary, Vice he goes to Crystal and spends a few nights with the
The ladies of the night.
ladies there.
The
yeah.
ladies of the night.
Yeah.
He must be there with Lamar Odom.
Uh-huh.
ODing on coke. Did you find that legalization article?
Yeah, it was just it's not on the ballot for 2016. It's on 2017.
Oh, 2017, so
Yeah.
it's next year.
Yeah.
That'd
It's
be
gonna be
interesting.
November of 17.
Well, I think they
Gotta
they
pay
wanna
for that
wait.
card one more time.
Yeah. It's whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Balls.
Balls and wieners.
Hot taste.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hot
sir.
take. Take.
Oh, so I read this funny thing earlier. Apparently, this dude,
Go on.
the article says strong smell of cooked urine prompts apartment evacuation. So this dude was boiling urine in his Massachusetts apartment, and his neighbors got all mad. He was putting it in unmarked containers, right? They don't know what he was trying to make. So there's just like odd, like assorted chemicals mixed in with the urine. It really didn't make a lot of
Trying
sense.
to make meth.
What the?
I don't know why
fuck?
you'd use urine. I've never heard of people using urine, and I watched a lot of Breaking Bad. And they never once pissed in glass containers, started cooking it on their stovetop
I know you can like.
in their cramped Massachusetts
Yeah, but
apartment.
meth is
like
a dirty
soak
drug.
a pencil in shit and stab somebody with it, and kill them with it.
Well, yeah.
Why would you soak it in the shit first? Or
Because
just
the
stab them with the
bacteria.
'Cause it
pen.
creates poison.
Yeah, right, but if you just stab them with the pen, they're probably going to die either way.
Right, but there's a
Well, they
chance
might not die.
Covered in shit, you're just being a dick. You're just
Depends on where
giving.
you
When you
hit 'em.
cover in shit, you're guaranteed to get them an infection.
That's
Yeah,
probably true.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, you
Just
let
wait
that
till they
shit
sleep and
stew
piss
a
in their
little
mouth
bit.
too, though.
Why would? All right.
I don't
fair
know. We're
enough.
talking about stabbing people with shit pencils. Don't act like pissing in their mouths out of the range.
Well,
I
true,
mean,
true.
anything's on the table if you're gonna cover a
Yeah.
pencil in
So-
shit and
so you
stab
said-
somebody with it.
Sorry.
Sorry about this, folks. It's got a little off the rails real quick.
I was replying to somebody, but what were you saying? You're saying someone was using piss to make meth or whatever?
No, Tyler said he was making that.
Oh, I was like,
They
He's
don't.
making something.
They don't
Yeah,
think he was doing
making-
anything. It said it's unclear what he was trying to produce. And they actually mentioned that he hasn't been criminally charged. I don't know why he would be criminally charged.
He's
Yeah.
trying to produce fucking
At the very
boiled
most, you'd be
urine.
like a
That's it.
public disturbance, and it would be a landlord issue, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've never
You could be
lived.
evicted for it, but I don't see why.
That's
you'd
what I'm
be
saying.
arrested.
You can't even criminally charged for warming your own piss up in a pot. Maybe he likes the smell of cooked piss.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe-
he likes piss and ramen.
Maybe
That's
he's-
it.
Maybe he's trying to sterilize it. So
Maybe he
can
didn't
drink
pay his water bill.
Yeah. See.
And he's trying to get all the sterilization.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Imagine if he
He's just
bathed
trying to
in that
live.
piss.
just
Holy
trying to
fuck.
live.
All right.
did it say where it was?
Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Okay.
it didn't say
Massachusetts?
where.
Fuck.
So listen to this craziness.
Amherst.
So this is another story about Las Vegas.
I'm sure there's thousands.
There's so many. Las Vegas is such an odd place to live.
Yeah.
No,
Because-
like, it's just nutty all the time.
It's
it never stops.
It truly is. So you're saying like maybe he didn't pay his water bill, right?
Yeah.
So there are people in Las Vegas like, so you know how like the housing market got really big, so everybody in Las Vegas was just developing housing.
Yeah.
There's like
I mean, I don't, but yeah.
well,
I
whatever.
believe you. You
Whatever.
live there. You probably
So
know.
there's
I live here, so.
the development, like the housing developments in Las Vegas are outrageous. It just grows into the desert. Like
Really?
partially where I live, like it's ridiculous. But anyway, there's a really high percentage of homes that are vacant in Las Vegas. Something like it's like in the teens. Like say 15% of homes in Las Vegas are vacant. And
Really?
with the amount
That's
of,
wild.
it is. It's crazy. So, but
That's
so
wild.
so people
That's
are
a lot.
yeah. So
Holy
people are
shit.
people are squatting in these homes.
I imagine. Yeah. There's a lot of them. Good luck. Good luck checking them all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
But-
squatting is
so
called
this-
Airbnb.
I bet you they're nice houses too.
Yeah, they are because it's all new development in
Yeah.
Las Vegas. It's
And
all
just-
like
it's
you
probably
know,
just one big ass like rotary road where there's like 70 houses on it and nobody's in any of them, so nobody ever checks them.
That's like those fucking.
I'd squat the
cities-
shit out of
The
that.
cities in somewhere in Asia,
in China.
China.
Yeah.
They have entire cities that are completely vacant.
How does that happen when you have
It's-
that many people?
It's
It's
because
fucking weird.
What are you doing with all that stuff?
China's
Why'd you build
economy
it?
China's economy was based on development, like
Right.
building stuff. So that's why they did it. They just like more
Well, that's
money was going into
bullshit.
building.
If you're not housing anybody in those houses, you're not doing anything.
Exactly.
building
Yeah.
You're
your
just
economy.
wasting. You're
It's
just wasting
crazy.
taxpayer
It's
money.
absurd to
Do they do taxes? They probably don't do income.
Oh, I'm sure they do taxes
I don't know how
of some
China works.
sort. I'm not sure how China
You
works.
used to have to pay a fine
But-
if you had more than one kid.
But anyway, like back to this.
Was it or was it one girl?
No, it was one
Yeah,
kid
it's
that
just
you
one
could
kid,
have, and then
yeah.
you had to pay $10,000 for another one, or 10,000.
That's a lot of money on top of what you're
It's a
already
lot of
paying
money.
for them damn kids.
Yeah, well,
It's whatever.
It's,
Sorry. Go
it's
ahead.
a lot
So
cheaper.
sorry, back to this. Like all these empty houses. So people are squatting in these houses, and what they're doing is they're coming up with these fake lease contracts to give to like the water
Oh.
companies and the power companies.
Oh,
They're
shit.
just drawing up fake shit, and so obviously they're not paying for them.
No.
Like the power company and the water company will give them water and power for a couple of months,
They
And,
should
like-
probably start coming out and checking first.
Well, so
All right, I trust this guy. He wrote me a letter. No, I
Yeah.
trust him. I'll turn on this expensive electricity.
So these people are they're getting all this water and shit for free, and then obviously they don't pay it. So they're just trashing these fucking houses. All
course.
these nice new houses, they're just trashing them. And finally, like the Clark County police department and stuff, once these water companies and stuff start seeing this stuff happen, they're finally telling these the police departments around Las Vegas to
Right.
check on these houses.
I would
And they're
hope so.
finally getting rid of squatters. It's pretty crazy. Like they were
I
showing,
imagine it's a tough task, though.
yeah, because there's so many.
I imagine people get all pissy too.
Yeah, well,
they're not hurting anybody. Like, yeah, but they're destroying property.
that's true. They're destroying property that they don't own. You know.
That's what most people would say, though. Is they're not living on the street.
Well,
Yeah, but they're
yeah.
living off you. So if you want to
It's
keep
true.
paying,
your house.
you wanna
would you
keep-
be okay with them living there for free?
well, not even that. They're turning the electricity on, and that's got to affect everybody else somehow. It's
Yeah.
got to make the rates go up.
yeah, and it's not like
They're probably not monitoring their electricity. They're just jacking it up because they're not paying for it.
and it's not like they're cheap houses either. They're like
Oh, they're
200,000.
probably mansions.
$300,000
What we
houses.
would call mansions around here.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
if
you mean a
it's-
2-story house? That's
yeah,
a
bro,
fucking
it's like a mansion around
You
here.
mean not a double wide trailer?
Bro, this is a 1.5. Okay.
1.5 wide.
And look, I got a pretty nice setup. Got some wall stars. I'm good to go, son.
We got a lot
I'd
of
squat
staples.
here.
The staple decor.
I'd squat.
is-
Yeah, the Staples is.
I'd run up the power
It's a
bill.
non-issue.
Fuck it.
I'd let
It
you
gets
pay for the power bill.
Right, because that's how it works anyway. So I'm generally paying the power bill around here. 'Cause, it's in my name. Tyler, I saw this too. I thought you would appreciate this.
No.
It's an article called "Why I'd Support a Heterosexual Pride Parade." And it's funny because me and you had that conversation with Celia about being white and proud, and how
I
it's
want
a
to start
bad
making
thing.
shirts, actually.
No.
Actually, so I want to start selling shirts that say "Proud White Male."
All right, folks. So that's the last time you're gonna see Tyler Sparks on the Boozin with Buddies podcast. Can't be white and proud. That's
You can't say
it's
that,
against
man.
the
White
rules.
privilege.
It's not,
Can't do
it's
it.
not allowed.
It's not allowed. You can't be
You've
proud
nev-
of who
you've
you
never
are.
known oppression, so you can't say it.
You can't be proud of who you are. That's just how it is.
No.
Sorry.
No, you have to be proud of who you're not.
Unless you're different
Yeah.
from what we say society
Unless
thinks
you're
is
not
normal.
a white male who's heterosexual, you really can't be proud.
You can't be proud at all. You hear that, Nick?
What?
You hear that? You can't be proud at all, according to the logic in this world.
Doesn't matter, man. It's a federal law. I can be happy if I fucking want to be. That's what everybody else says, right?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it is in the Constitution.
Constitution?
Talk.
What's a
The
constitution?
Constitution. It's from Compton.
It's
Oh.
called the. It's
Oh.
called the
It's the
stroke.
Constitution
Yeah.
they wrote in Compton.
Oh, that's interesting. What
The
was?
The
Constitution.
Constitution.
Is it any better than what we get going? Or?
No,
no.
it's just as bad.
Oh, okay.
Did Kendrick
Actually-
Lamar help write it? He's like the mayor of Compton or something.
Is he?
No, he's
the
not.
mayor.
He's
I
got
know.
sacrifice.
He's the mayor
I
of
know.
Bompton.
Bompton?
Bompton.
Yeah, you've never seen that? It's on Vice.
Really?
Bompton? Yeah.
I've never seen
You
heard
it.
can
of
Google it. Yeah, it's like they
Bompton?
interview him in Compton with all of his friends.
It's like the theme of this podcast is Vice articles.
Compton.
Well, I mean, it is now because that is the second mention.
Bompton.
I tried when I looked up
All right.
articles. I tried to look up
Fuck it.
things from different websites though.
Yeah. Well, Vice is good though. Like they're
Yeah.
pretty fairly unbiased, I'd say.
No, it
They're
was
very
noisy.
dramatic. They're certainly dramatic.
Or
Yeah.
noisy.
Noisy is like
Noisy.
It's part of Vice.
Oh
part
yeah,
of Vice.
it's the
though.
same thing. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
so it's separate but equal from
straight out
Vice.
of Bompton. Separate but equal. Straight out of Bompton.
That Bompton loves.
So how long have we been recording?
Excuse me. You doing a time check already?
Time check.
Time check. Well,
We're-
I was thinking shot check.
Ooh.
23 minutes.
23 minutes.
That's some
Definitely
ideas.
good time for a shot.
Yeah, we got all the serious stuff out of
Oh,
it.
I
That's
want to
probably-
get into Sepakuma after this shot.
Ooh.
Oh
Sepakuma.
yeah.
Is
That's
that the
funny.
robot you were talking about earlier?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's the
it is,
it's
sir.
the robot. I don't.
Oh Jesus.
All right, easy
You're
there.
buying the cheap chairs.
Oh, excuse me, sir. This chair cost me $19.
You overpaid.
Did you buy this chair for me to sit in?
I did buy that.
Oh,
chair
I
for you to
appreciate
sit.
it.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's
You
very
know, it was
comfortable.
either that or like the
Don't
little
feel
side piece
special.
of the table.
A lot of asses are going to be in that
No,
seat.
no. I actually bought
so-
you the nice one. Does yours have the mesh on it, or is yours like a straight up comfy chair? Ooh, see, Nick,
yeah.
you should feel like shit because I bought Robert the good one.
I like the mesh. It makes
Well,
my
so-
back breathe.
I am mad about that
No,
though.
No,
'cause
the
I
mesh is
did,
definitely better.
I did
Yeah.
think I
I
bought
got
you.
the XL mesh. It's
So-
got mesh on the ass
so
and
Nick-
the back.
Yeah,
So
that's
Nick
what
was
you call a
saying-
spoiled bitch. You gotta have the comfort mesh chairs to sit
It's
in
called
a fuck.
privilege.
Yeah, white privilege.
So Nick was saying this is gonna be one of many asses in this chair.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean I get to sign it? Can I sign
Oh,
where
yeah, go
my
ahead.
ass has
Ooh.
been?
Go ahead and sign the chair.
Oh, that isn't a bad idea. And we
Really?
do have markers.
You gotta make it like a moderate size.
I don't know where I got these markers, but
No, not huge. I'm not.
I got a
I'm
small-
just like I'll sign my name on
I got
the
a small
armrest or
amount of
something.
oversized markers in my bedroom.
See, this is what
I'm
we'll
not
do.
sure where I got them, but
You'll sign your name.
It's a good
and
thing
then
I got
every
those
guest that we have,
oversized markers.
we'll put your names in a hat, and then you get the chair.
I don't even know if we have enough here.
Like when that podcast eventually like comes to an
100th
end.
episode.
On the 100th episode,
100th
when
episode.
nobody's listening, we'll auction the chair off to the 2
Yes.
viewers.
No,
that
it's
we
okay.
have.
I hope
The
like
2 viewers.
2 followers.
So your first podcast has how many views? 73.
We had 76 on the first one.
76.
Yeah,
Then
76.
the-
Well, let's
Yeah.
just say
then
let's
the
just
very
say that
drunk introduction.
I
was
hope
7.
by your by your 100th podcast you have at least like 700.
Dude, I hope by like our
It's like
10th
times
podcast
10.
we have more than what we have now.
Well,
It's all
it's
about-
o-
you gotta
it's
build a
okay,
base.
but-
You gotta build a
but-
base.
A dozen
But-
followers would be okay.
But this is
No,
the
we're
thing.
already past that though. I'm
You
pretty
guys started on
sure. 'Cause
Facebook?
Well, I don't think a lot of people have YouTube accounts.
What about Facebook though? Subscribers, by the way.
Oh, we
on
have
YouTube?
49 likes on Facebook.
We have 3
We sound like
subscribers.
douchey
But-
assholes who just look at numbers all day. But
No,
I
it's okay.
obsess about
No,
these.
so like, but I'm curious if you were to look at the analytics of those numbers. How many of those are just friends saying like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll
good.
like it.
There's like what was it like 4 in the last couple days were like people that we didn't
Just random?
directly know. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. If you
But I mean,
wanna
we gotta start
something,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Start somewhere.
you got to be consistent,
right.
and you have to be who you are and just make the content.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is, what you do. You just got to make it you, and make it consistent. And then eventually people will start watching.
Well,
and listening
I'll
and
keep listening
doing all
because
that
you know
stuff.
in Las Vegas it's pretty boring sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we
when
appreciate
you don't
that.
make a lot of money.
We appreciate that.
I'll keep listening and I'll see if you guys can keep
There's
it consistent.
we've tossed the idea around of T-shirts, so we'll make sure to get you one.
Yeah, handy booth T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, see-
Well, handy boots or the Boozin with body, either way, you know.
No,
Who's
handy
it?
booth.
All right,
Who's
you're
it?
That's
definitely
the only
handy
one
booth.
that's gonna
By the
sell.
way, you know,
Spencer's,
Me, sir.
are you
We're not
listening?
selling these for profit, sir. These are non-profit.
I mean,
It's a non-profit organization.
I'll give a quick
Somebody
shout out
wants
to
to
your
sponsor
sister.
Bullshit.
She
You know
did-
how much a T-shirt costs to
She
make?
did a great job on your guys'.
Oh, no, she did, yeah.
On your logo. It
Yeah,
looks
she
nice.
took her. It only took her like a day and a half.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
she made like 2 or 3 different ones. Yeah. Yeah.
She-
No, so it's not bad.
I'm not gonna
She's
start a
got-
conversation about that.
I mean, we do appreciate.
Yeah, it's
she
good,
still
yeah.
she still has not listened to the podcast, and I yell at her every single time that I see her because
Plus,
she
what-
keeps telling me she has
What
social
I'm gonna start doing too
obligations.
is I'm gonna
know
start
what that
making
means.
thumbnails
Yeah, that'll work.
for the videos,
Mhm.
Right.
and then we're gonna put the pictures in there. Yeah, he's got 2.
I got
He's
2
got
of
2 thumbnails.
2 thumbnails.
So I'm gonna start making the thumbnails, like, and try to make them funny and make
Yeah.
the titles funny and just kind of draw people in visually because people
Right.
tend to be like that these days. Is they're
Simple.
visually engaged.
Visual? I think people always tend to be pretty visual.
No. But some people are like visually drawn to things like
Right.
immediately instead of like reading something and being like, oh, that kind of sucks. But they look like, oh, look at this picture. It looks
Yeah.
kind of funny. There's a
Yeah.
robot jerking off a homeless guy
No,
or
it's
something like that.
It's
It's like, oh,
like
that looks funny.
comparing like an audiobook versus a movie. Like, who,
Yeah.
what's most people gonna choose?
Yeah.
Well,
But like, so for instance, look at PewDiePie. He puts up dumbass thumbnails all the time, and he has like millions and millions.
well, that's what like
Yeah,
Nick.
he's
Nick
also
He puts up
a
ridiculous
multi-millionaire
shit, like-
from.
Well-
YouTube.
yeah, but he's a millionaire now. He wasn't when he started.
No, but he
I mean,
is,
you got to
know.
start somewhere. This is where you
Yeah, but
start.
didn't he start with video games?
He still
always
does.
did.
No, he
he
still
just-
does
he always
video
played video games.
That's kind of a thing I want to do because if we ever find a brand or a company name, I do gameplay videos and like
No,
you
you're
know,
not
try
allowed
to
to
do
do
something
that.
else like that.
No.
You know, hey man,
It's like a sub channel.
once you
As a general rule of thumb, we're big fans of sex in this group, so we don't.
once
have a lot of time for
once
that.
you establish a brand name and stuff like that,
we have a brand.
you can have sub channels attached to that brand name. No, like a
I was thinking
company
anal
name.
broadcasting.
Well, if
and
we're
then
gonna do a
have it.
company name, we're gonna have to do an LLC, and then we go back to the
Anal-
original
no, we
issue
don't
that
have-
me
we
and
don't have to be
Tyler.
a corporation just because we're a company.
No,
Well, LLC is
How does that work?
limited liability corporation. You can get them
No.
pretty cheap in Maine.
this is the
We
thing.
still have to do copyright.
No, but this is the
stuff
thing.
like that. It's still gonna cost money.
If you get trademarked
yeah,
by the government, then you officially own that.
that
name.
sounds like
Don't
something
you have
I
to
don't want
apply
to
to
have.
the government
Yes.
to determine? Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to have like a certain.
Well, you can do that
Credentials
anytime.
and-
You can
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
anytime.
We
I
can
don't
do that
think you-
anytime.
I don't
We
think you
need
have.
it-
I don't
we
think
need
you have to have
There's
credentials
money
because I think you can
involved.
like you can just go reserve names of shit, and then when people make that name famous, you have it already.
Because
I
this
think
is
you
the
gotta
thing.
pay a lawyer to fucking
Boozin'
go through all
with
the
Buddies is a
You just
great
go- you just
name
go-
for a podcast.
Yeah.
But it's the title of a podcast. It's not like what our group is, like
Well-
the name of our group.
And you
It's
gotta
just
think, like,
the
if you guys
podcast
do
title.
BWB LLC, it could be like Big
pretty
White
bad.
Bitches
It's pretty bad.
LLC. It's not good.
Whoa, sir. Why is that
yeah,
not
that's
good?
true. That's true.
It could
Wrong-
be anything.
There's nothing
That's
wrong with
very
big white
true.
That's
bitches,
why I was
Robert.
thinking anal broadcasting, right?
Anal broadcasting. Anal Productions.
That's pretty good. Go ahead.
It's not a bad
Keep
name.
going with that idea.
It's not a bad name. I could get behind.
It's just,
I could
that's just a
I
rough
could
idea.
get behind that idea.
Did you guys do your shots already? Are we doing shots?
No, we haven't
Do you
done
want a
them
shot?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I,
you know,
Do you want scotch?
I'll
or
take
do you
a
want
shot.
regular whiskey?
well,
That's
you
fine.
know, I have
It's
Scottish.
cheap scotch.
I have a
It's
Scottish
cheap
heritage.
scotch.
There you
I will
go.
take some
Hey,
shots.
that's
I
good
will
because
warn you, it's cheap
that's good because
scotch.
the
No, it's
Jameson's
fine.
gone.
Scotch
we were
is
supposed to
Scotch.
take the shot, but I just used the last 6 minutes to post a business proposition.
So
Trying
we gotta talk
trying to
about
look for
it.
investors or something.
Well, that's what me and Tyler were talking about. We were trying to think of like people
Hot
that
takes.
would do like
Well, I mean, if you
You
just
got-
find like a growing business,
and just that's what it is. You just gotta find somebody with
Yeah,
similar
advertise.
Yeah.
in a similar
That's the
position.
thing,
They don't
we-
even have to be
we-
a business. They just
we
could
ju-
have.
We just have
You
to
can find
our
other
rhythm
YouTube
and
channels.
flow.
We can find
That's
other
it.
YouTube channels that would just spread our shit while we spread their shit. Yeah.
Because the thing is if you have 3 people that view your stuff, they like your stuff. No, man, this is funny. They have friends.
Well, we
At
have
least
a,
I
like
really hope that they have friends.
we have at least
And
we have
they're
more
like-
than 10 or so.
Oh yeah, like hey, check
just
this
think of
out.
all the
This
people
is
we
pretty
know.
funny. I listened
That's
to
okay.
it on my way to work or whatever. I was listening to it while I was doing something, whatever. And then they listen to it, and then they're like, "Oh, that's nice." Well, hopefully they have some friends too. I really hope all of you,
You
have
guys-
friends.
You
and
guys,
then they
you guys
just
should have called
branch
the
it out.
first couple. You guys should have called the first couple precast.
Well,
Like it's the pre.
we had a name for them, but we decided against putting it on YouTube.
Well, it was
it was rough cuts.
Rough cuts.
Rough- oh, yeah, rough cuts,
yeah.
yeah.
it's rough cuts.
Yeah,
Rough
sure.
cuts.
Rough cuts. All right, there we go. Cheers.
To victory.
Yes, sir.
For honor. For glory.
I'm super glad that's gone.
Yeah, me too.
You weren't kidding. It's pretty cheap scotch.
Oh,
Scotch is good though. It's got that like woody flavor.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what normal. People
Speaking of woody flavor,
that's good. That's a good scotch. It's got that nice pine taste. You know, have you ever gnawed on your kitchen table?
No,
and just
because,
thought, wow,
because Scotch.
if I could
Scotch
have
is
that in a
aged-
beverage, I would love it.
Distilled in like
Well,
a barrel.
it's aged. Well, it's
Most-
not
most
distilled in
liquor
barrels,
is
but it's
distilled in
aged in
barrels.
barrels.
Most liquor.
It's like
is.
I don't know McKellen's. What is this? I don't
Like
know.
that Mila Kunis drink there.
Well, it's
Mila
what-
Kunis has
it's
that
whatever,
whiskey.
but it's at least like a couple of years aged in a barrel.
It doesn't say on the bottle.
It's okay.
It's probably 'cause it was,
that's
like,
Jim
last
Beam,
year.
isn't it? With me,
they put it in there
It's
last.
usually
Jim Beam.
Pulling it out.
the cheapest you find is like 5 years.
Yeah.
All right.
So I
So
just
what
got
is this?
back. I just got back from Tennessee. Speaking of whiskey, I just got back from
I
Tennessee.
just see a lot of
Oh,
tabs.
Jack Daniels, nice. I like that.
Jack
segue.
Daniels, yeah.
That's
So
a segue.
you want to hear the dumbest shit I've ever heard? So the
Those-
only one of the only dry counties in Tennessee is where Jack Daniels is distilled.
What?
It's a dry county.
How does
I
that
never
happen?
knew that.
I didn't know there were still dry counties.
Yeah,
That's
oh, all over the
disgusting.
South.
I thought like there was like Indian reservations that were dry.
No,
I didn't
all over
think
the
there was-
South. There's still
No,
dry
Indian
counties.
Modernized
reservations are the
American
exact
civilizations.
opposite. Indian reservations are where there's no fucking rules.
Some of them.
Wow.
Some of them
In
you
Maine,
can't. Some of
anyway.
them.
I know a
Well,
lot of the reservations in Maine you
Oh,
can
it's
use.
false.
some of
lot
them you
drugs.
can't. Some of them you can't. You're not allowed to bring it on. If you bring it on, you can
Fuck
get kicked
that.
off the reservation. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Really?
The whole premise of this is that we're
I like having
drinking.
fun. So
I like having fun. I can't have fun without alcohol.
So
I'm
on,
feeling
on a
lucky.
completely unrelated note,
Well, don't.
found this article the other day.
Did you?
Go on.
It's
Go ahead.
titled "Unidentified Dong Dangler
Yes.
Drapes
Yes.
Hundreds of Dildos
Yes.
Around Portland."
Okay.
Portland, Maine.
Portland.
Some guy
yeah, I was
is
just gonna ask.
Do
Portland,
they
Maine.
have any
Portland, Maine.
suspects?
A specter haunting Portland. The specter
Haunting.
of
Haunting.
dildos.
Oh, well, it's good to know he's really bothering all the people
According
down
to
there.
Reuters, hundreds of phallic sex toys have recently started appearing on Rip City power lines.
Rip
prompting-
City?
That's what it says.
Is it Portland, Maine, or Portland, Oregon?
Pretty sure it's Portland, Maine.
It's Portland, Maine.
Well, because Rip City is the Trailblazers, isn't it? That's their.
Is it?
That's what
Is
their
it?
jerseys
Is it
say?
Portland, Maine, or Portland,
Could be
Oregon?
Portland, Oregon.
Hot takes.
Hot takes. Is it?
Maybe that's why
Portland,
all my
Oregon?
friends shared it though. They thought it was Portland, even though they don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's Google.
'Cause I feel like a lot of people don't read the articles anymore. They
No,
just
they
share
don't.
them. And they're like,
Everything.
This is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, did you even read it?
Because
Because it's not that crazy. It's Portland, Oregon, isn't it?
Temporary temptation, maybe. the-
Portland Donger.
Yeah,
Portland
Pacific
Dong
Power
Dangler.
spokesperson.
So Pacific Power spokesperson. That'd be definitely in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, 'cause it's Pacific.
But so if it were in Maine though,
It'd be
does
wild.
well, yeah, it would be wild. But like, if I were like the treasure chest
ding
or the
dong,
treasure
yeah.
chest 2 or whatever.
Treasure chest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sex shop.
Yeah, the sex shop.
By the
Like,
way,
I'd
if
be-
they-
I'd be
if-
taking
if the
credit.
treasure
Like,
chest-
shout out to them if
Yeah.
we're gonna use.
If the
their-
treasure chest is looking for advertising, we are more than willing to throw you a bone every afternoon.
Or
on
throw a
Friday.
dildo on
No
a power
pun
line.
intended.
Ooh,
whatever.
exactly. We'll throw power lines. We'll throw dildos all over the power
We'll
lines.
put BWB
Let's
on
not
We'll
it.
do
throw down some new power lines. That's what
Yeah,
we'll do.
we'll throw
We'll
the
get
whole
everything all
fucking-
set up for you. We'll figure it all out.
CMP, feel free
That's our next
to.
investment.
Right.
Add your t-shirts.
next-
No, CMP would be
Infestation.
pissed because it'd have to have linemen come out and all that kinds of shit.
Oh, we got Zach.
Yeah,
He's
but
never
then
here.
Yeah, he's never here.
Well, he works on towers. You could probably figure it out.
Probably not. But
You don't know that. I
What,
don't
what
know.
kind of towers does he work on?
He works on
Cell
radio,
towers,
radio
isn't it?
towers.
Radio
Yeah,
towers?
radio towers,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Cell phone radio towers, that type of deal.
I just went to Texas 2 weeks ago to learn how to like properly climb towers. It was a lot of
There's
fun.
a proper way, because
I guess. I mean, the Air Force. They
Well,
do
no,
it-
there's
No,
the
the Air
proper
Force has
way, and then there's the
17
proper
different proper
military
ways.
way. That's,
Safety
that's how
Sally.
it usually is.
safety sallies.
Safety Sally's.
Yeah.
But,
Gotta keep the chair force nice and healthy.
Oh yeah. No, it was a lot of fun though because like typically a lot of jobs in the Air Force you sit at a computer a lot.
And they're just terrible.
Yeah, because you
well-
gotta stand up after 2 hours, or you get blood clots and die.
Listen to this shit.
Oh, okay.
So-
Here we
That
go.
rule doesn't apply to this summer.
Listen.
Here
not,
we go.
Listen
Not,
to these blood clot stories.
not to bash.
Tales from the crypt.
Not to bash where I fucking work, but my work center, like where I work in, just ordered 4 fucking stand-up desks, so we can stand up once in a while, and just type standing at a
Now, is
computer.
it one of those desks that you sit down to start, and then you can lift it
Yeah.
up to stand? Oh,
It's
okay.
manual though. Like it's cheap, so it's the manual ones.
Oh, so
it's
you
not
got
like no,
Look
well,
like a
it's-
tool
it's got,
cranking
like-
it up.
It's got like counterweights and stuff, but like it's
Jerking that chair off. Gotta get it up there. Almost there.
it's the most ridiculous thing. I've
Maximum
ever-
effort.
See, this is where video would come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
so
then
if
you would have
guys-
seen the
if you
three of
guys
us
are
jerking off in the
curious,
air.
We're all just making the air jerk.
Yeah. Air jerking is my
Although
favorite
I hear the stand-up
Ear
desks
jerk.
are actually better for you.
stand-up desk.
Yeah.
Well, so I have this guy that I work with. He's all about it. He
But
fucking
also
loves it.
hoverboards
Is
are
it?
better than walking, apparently.
Well, no, they catch on fire.
You
So.
can-
Yeah, it's better
That's
than
true.
walking.
It's better than
I'd rather be lit ablaze from my feet up.
rather burn alive than walk.
That's like one thing in the future that I want to buy, but I want it to be the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that'd
one,
be
like a
sweet.
board that actually hovers.
And
Yeah.
like I can fly,
that one
Well,
happened.
Lexus
like
made
Marty
a
McFly.
Hillary Clinton's gonna get
Lexus
elected.
made a board
None of
like
this is
that.
gonna happen. We're
It's
all
like
gonna be
they super-
enslaved.
Lexus made a board like
Isn't
that
it like
where it's like super
magnets?
cool. Yeah, it is magnet, so it can only go on one track, but it's like
It's a
It-
magnet though. That's pretty badass.
it still hovers like.
I
the
remember
board
how
in
many
Back
people
to
Can
get
you
the
almost
imagine,
got
like,
fucking flung.
If the
Like,
entire
this magnet
world,
should be good. It's
Yeah.
way too powerful. Throws them.
if the entire world like polarized all of the surfaces of the world, and then everything
Future.
installed like
negatively polarized.
yeah, and then they just put like electromagnets on like cars and stuff that you could actually
It's
have.
plausible though. Isn't that what they
Isn't
want
it
to
cool?
do? Isn't that what one of the ideas is?
Yeah, but that would be expensive.
So
What's
there's
that?
something-
Elon Musk made something like that.
Well, they could
It's
do
called
that
the
with at least
Hyperloop.
the roads.
Look up the
Yeah.
Hyperloop. The Hyperloop is badass.
Elon Musk is the guy who's like, yeah, I invested in Tesla, like I started Tesla, but
He's
I'm already
just an
focusing on my next
investor.
project.
Well,
so
he's got SpaceX
Dude,
now.
Yeah, he's got
SpaceX.
no, he had
Look up the
SpaceX,
Hyperloop.
Tesla, and now he's like,
Can we
yeah,
just can we just say like for a second, he is not the genius behind all this. He's
No.
the guy with the money investing.
He's the mouth.
yeah, but he always
Well,
invests
he's the soccer.
in the next project.
Right.
He's
Like,
so.
whatever
I think
he
that
makes,
think
he
that's
invests.
his gem there. He's smart. I think
He's-
he's
what
smart.
is
He's
it?
definitely a
Hyper-
business.
Yeah.
He's a
Hyper
business savvy
He's an
fellow.
investor.
Well, I was gonna
dog.
say,
I'm
he's
not
still,
sure.
a lot of ideas still come from him though.
I'm pretty
It's
sure he
not
made
like
up the
he's-
Hyperloop, right?
it's
He
not
made
like-
up the Hyperloop.
It's not like he's the silent man with all the money behind everything.
Oh,
He
so I
still
have a funny
inputs
story.
ideas.
About SpaceX. So, Hyperloop one.
Did they try to
is
land something and it broke?
Welcome to
They
Hyperloop
just the other day they landed the second Falcon 8 or whatever.
No, but so in Texas, I had to get the internet
Texas.
fixed in my room. So a Time Warner cable guy came in, and we were waiting. Like he had to wait for something or whatever, and he goes, "Yeah, I designed space pods in my free time."
Oh,
But they weren't like actual full
alright.
size space pods. They
Time
were
Warner
like
cable guy?
concept ideas.
Yeah, okay.
so what's he putting in these in his hypothetical world?
No, he makes
Oh, he designs like little
he makes
models.
like the small like
Like he
Models.
prototypes them.
not
kinda.
out of toothpicks, but it's like almost like a paper mache type style thing. And he's like, yeah, here's the science behind it. And he literally pulls out like a program, Googles everything. Like he has a website, and he was like telling me about it, and I was like, wow,
This
that's
guy works
really
for Time
awesome.
Warner.
And this
I
guy
feel like
was
he's
installing
underachieving.
and fixing my cable, and I was like, wow, that's really awesome. He was talking about a system where instead of using one giant rocket to send up a bunch of shit,
Yeah.
it uses independent pods that'll make stops.
Well,
and,
that's
like,
kinda-
separate and like say he wants to send like a bunch of segments up to like
yeah,
a space
it's like
station.
stages.
It'll launch in stages
Yeah.
at certain points
Oh,
and
really?
like use less material,
It's pretty
and then it'll like return back and it uses less like rockets. Like
Well, that's
I-
like
it's like one of
It's
those
pretty
things where it's
badass.
just like holy shit.
that's how
dude.
NASA did it
No,
though.
this
Like if
one's
you
one
look,
of those
if you were to
things
look
that's like,
at
holy
the,
shit.
for instance, if you were to watch like what is it, Apollo 11, that Tom Hanks movie or
let's say
whatever.
they get out
Yeah.
of the atmosphere.
Yeah, so they launch with 2 rockets and
They
then
say
like,
they can't do it.
No,
now.
but he's
They
he's
split.
talking
It
like
kind of
split
breaks off and falls back.
He's
The
talking-
other rockets take
Yeah.
off.
yeah.
each segment powers itself once it like reaches out, and then it can like do
Doesn't have
different
something to do with
things.
the damage it
But
takes
no,
too.
oh no,
The
he was
initial, like,
he
the
was
weight
talking
makes
about.
it take more damage.
I have to take the headphone out because it fucks with me when I start talking a lot.
Oh, it's fine.
But
do you
uh,
hear us when in the headphone?
Yeah, I can hear.
We should
it,
figure out how to
it
stop
playback. Well, we'd have to do it live in order for me to.
Right, I feel like we
actually
should
hear it
figure out how to
actually
do
happening
that.
at the same
'Cause
time.
I'd
But
be
no, he was
interested to
talking
hear how it
like,
sounds while we go.
So say like he was talking like this is the concept. I know I got the concept wrong. I don't do the guy justice. The guy was actually really smart and he was really cool. But he was like, if say they want to build like a space station on the moon or something like a like a stop.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, this is the concept to do it because it'll be able to do controlled like reentries and like it'll be
Yeah.
able to like drop pods
so
that
kind
can
of like
control themselves to
kinda
like
like
drop
what-
people off.
like
and then,
what SpaceX is doing already.
yeah,
a little
and
bit.
but he was like, yeah, I want to sell these
Ideas to
ideas. I had a stroke. Ideas to SpaceX.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago since he told me about this.
Well,
I'm talking like it was
maybe he did it.
But I mean, this guy was like super smart, and I mean, this is the guy that was.
Was he smart or just like kind of crazy?
No, he was really smart. 'Cause
Okay.
he had his own
Well, those usually
website.
correlate.
And,
yeah.
He showed me like dry run tests of,
okay.
of his like because he built miniatures of
Yeah.
it, and he was like, yeah, this is how it would work. And blah,
Maybe
blah,
he
blah.
was just a model rocket enthusiast.
But he was talking about like being able to do stops within space to like get to certain places. So instead of going straight shot to Mars,
Yeah.
he would take like a
Stop
stop,
at the moon
and
or whatever.
resupply at certain
Well,
places.
So
or
that's the
whatever.
thing though, is
But
like
it was
that's that's smart, but like that would cost a lot of money
It
because
would,
you
but-
need to have supplies at those stops already.
Yeah,
And,
but
like,
also have people working.
I'm
those
talking like
stops.
this
Exactly,
dude.
yeah.
People are gonna rob them if you
I'm
give them
ta-
the
like, this
opportunity to
dude was-
space travel freely on their own.
This dude
It's
was
only a matter of
splicing
time
a-
till people are like, yeah, I can just rob places out here.
Yeah.
It's just human nature.
Like-
They're gonna take advantage of a system.
People are stupid though. Like everyday people, like all 4 of us sitting in here, would never be able to figure out like how to
No.
get through space.
I'm never gonna figure out
No
fucking
way.
if wormholes are real or not. That's what Stephen Hawking's there for. He already covered that shit. I'm fucking.
I
Yeah,
heard
but
some-
what
I
a
heard
what a
some-
lucky
hey,
strike of the iron all of these people are though. It's like all the
that they're here because that
stupid
means
people
we
that
don't have to
produce
fucking figure
as
it
a
out.
country and as a population.
We can sit here and
And
sound
every once in a
stupid
while
and
you
talk
shoot
about
at
it.
us.
That's it.
Quote,
That's all
I
we
heard
can
a
fucking
quote,
do.
and it might have been from Cody.
Good.
I don't
so
know if
it's-
Cody said it initially or he read it somewhere else, but our
Who's-
generation.
Cody Todd? You mean Todd Ames?
Yes, Todd Ames.
Todd Ames.
Shout out
Shout out Todd Ames.
Yeah, no, he said our generation is so frustrated because we were born too late to explore the world and too early to explore the universe.
But this is the thing. A lot of people.
We still have the ocean.
Yeah, we could explore the ocean.
For now.
Yeah, what's
Oh, the
that?
For
ocean,
now.
Fuck that.
Dude,
I'd
I'm
rather
Uh,
go to
well,
space.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. A lot of people, because we're all millennials here. Like
I
millennials.
wasn't molested.
No, millennial.
Oh, I thought you
as
said
in
molested.
Born between the time of 1985 to currently, or in the mid 2000s. A lot of people don't like, not necessarily us, but a lot of people.
Oh no,
don't-
we're awesome. Everyone knows.
Like
we're
a lot
awesome.
of people don't necessarily like the millennial generation because they say that they don't contribute to society. But I mean, like looking at it, we're like, oh,
Fuck you, bitch.
I mean,
My
like,
fucking
fuck, yeah.
paycheck goes to this fucking government.
yeah, like I pay
Fuck you, I don't
taxes, I fucking
contribute.
do work and blah blah blah. But like, there's a lot like with social media now, and I think
Don't talk shit about social media. Son.
No,
Well, this is also
Twitter-
well,
Twitter's life.
no. Listen, an
Twitter's
Iranian
life.
blogger, okay, Iranian blogger, got imprisoned by the Iranian government for blogging about government affairs and whatnot. I believe that's what happened. And he got sent to prison. When he came out, he said, social media is ruining the blogging world because it's massive amounts of unconfirmed information, and it's not credited at all. It's just being pushed out as fast as it can.
That's why I don't believe
And
anything that I see on
No.
Facebook. It's all bullshit.
Like the donger thing, I was
Yeah,
like,
almost
oh,
everything
everybody's
on
sharing
Facebook
it. Like,
is
oh, it's
bullshit.
Portland,
yeah.
Maine. Like, no,
Dude.
it's probably
No, it's
Portland,
Portland,
Oregon, because
Oregon.
it's Rip City, which is
You remember that guy
in
that
Portland.
we were talking about in that video on the Joe Rogan, that Milo guy?
yeah,
the
the
Joe-
guy
the
who
interview?
was wearing the army
Yeah,
jacket.
That
and stuff.
guy, they deleted his Twitter account because he had a bad opinion of the Ghostbusters movie. He said that it's not funny.
The new
and
one or the
that
old one?
They forced
The
three
new
girls down. I haven't seen it, so this is just what I heard.
What just came out?
That
anyway.
he
Yeah,
had a very unpopular opinion on Twitter about it, and they deleted his
Whatever.
Twitter account and told him that he pretty much can't say that.
Twitter deleted his Twitter
Yeah,
account.
like
So-
they deleted him off Twitter. Apparently, Twitter has become super PC. and
What was he gonna say?
hired-
Well, that just
look this up
proves.
because I've heard. I don't want to talk about my.
This is
ass.
all
Milo?
unconfirmed, but that
Yeah.
just proves
Milo.
that Twitter is being paid off by like.
Well, apparently they
Well, no,
hired,
there's
like,
a
a bunch
thing-
of the top
there's-
social justice warrior.
There's a
type
thing
individuals,
called
and
net
they're like-
neutrality. It's
The-
it's a oh
Yeah,
okay.
look up
now
his
I gotta
Twitter.
look up
Yeah.
Look up his Twitter. Here. I don't
But-
want to
so-
lie. I don't want to lie.
No.
right here.
You know. Yeah, but it goes.
Milo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
where's
son.
the relevance?
But okay.
Where's the relevant? I'm just. Well, we
Your
were
Honor,
on.
Your Honor, relevance.
Continue. Oh no, what did he say? Fucking.
Object.
So-
it is not relevant.
T-Mobile.
I don't know how lawyers.
This is
I
gonna
don't know.
I couldn't
go.
even think of the words to say. It's probably not that
So
complicated.
this is where the
He
internet.
doesn't
and
deserve
phone
Twitter.
companies
Uh-oh,
and
this is going to be a super PC heavy
this
article.
is where it all goes.
They're going to call him a fat
so
shaming bigot the
Pokemon
whole
Go
time.
came out about 2
no.
weeks ago,
He
week
has
and a
a
half
shirt
ago.
on that says "Stop being poor." It's just a shirt.
Imagine you're in a
black and white
restaurant,
lettering.
and there's a table in the back making a fuss. More than making a fuss, harassing the other guests. We'll
Yeah,
stop
but he's
being,
a troll though.
we'll stop being poor.
If you listen to any
Stop
interviews
being
with him, he's
No,
a
I'm just
super
kidding.
troll. He
That's
just
not
says
it.
shit
I'm
to
poor.
bother people.
I'm
though.
poor.
Like if
I'm
you
poor.
listen to an interview with him for 5
That's
seconds,
why half of what I post on Facebook. That's my motive on Facebook.
right?
To
Half
piss
this-
people off with like very strong political.
That's why I got
opinions.
paperwork at the mills. I like to piss people off.
No, my feminism is cancer. That's what he.
Wait a minute.
He
so
was.
I'm
What
curious.
Okay,
he
hold
pretty
on.
much said, from what I got the gist of, was
You
that.
can get paperwork at the mill.
Oh yeah, we both
That's
got
a
We
it.
thing.
get write-ups.
Write-ups.
Oh, we got
That's
write-ups.
like it's like getting an
I went from probation to probation.
It's like getting an LOC
I'm
in the
a
fucking.
reoccurring criminal. So
Well,
I got a back.
it's
I
like
got
getting
history.
a letter of
Got a track record.
counseling or some bullshit in the mills.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
got
thing?
those too.
Well, letter of counseling. I mean, that's like an
I
Air
got an
Force term,
LOC, LORs, and an AR.
All right, what was that?
but I got an Article 15
And then
too. I'm
also
sorry.
a boot out the door.
Well.
And a don't come back here or we will arrest you. Yeah. I still can't go back there for like 2 years. I'm legally not allowed on there. I don't understand why. I was never intended on going back. I told him that when he made me
So-
sign the paperwork. It didn't
Well,
make sense.
well,
He's like, don't come back here for 6 years. I'm like, I didn't plan on it. I don't plan on being back here tomorrow.
What, the Air Force Base?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Legal, if
whatever.
I try and pull on the base and try and get on, they'll arrest me. Allegedly.
I had a friend that's going to Alamogordo.
I don't doubt him. Yeah.
I got a friend that's going to
Holloman
Alamogordo.
Air Force
Mexico?
Base.
Was that where you were at?
Holloman Air Force
Yeah, you were
Base.
at Alamogordo Air Force
Yeah.
Base.
I knew a girl from Alamogordo.
Well,
I knew a lot of girls from Alamogordo.
when you were in
They're
Texas, so
great.
like that can't be too far from Alamogordo. It's probably like
El Paso's
5
like an hour and
hours.
a
Or,
half.
oh, it's
Yeah.
only an hour and a half.
When
Yeah.
Caleb was in El Paso, I drove out to El Paso.
Oh,
I drove to
nice,
San
yeah.
Antonio.
Is he still in Nebraska?
Yeah, he is. He's there for the duration
Jeez.
until he's done.
Jesus.
Yeah, I used to.
My
Whatever.
decision comes up. Next year
You gotta make
or
it. What are you gonna
2018
do?
or
What are
whatever.
you gonna do? Hot takes.
I think
Spoiler alerts.
I think if I make staff sergeant, I might stay in.
You're what?
If I make staff sergeant,
Oh, if
I
you
might.
make staff
I might
47.
stay in.
I got you. I got you.
But
You think you're gonna make it? A lot of people that I know
I tested
made it.
this year. So
You
I was-
tested positive for what? What
no,
STD?
no, no, no,
Can
no,
we
no,
check
no.
the results? Do you
So-
even know? Have the
well,
results been posted?
I can
we
Google
check them
your
online?
results.
They-
Yeah, we
no,
can.
Your
Results.
name.
They post in August. So I was able to
They post
test.
in August?
I was able to.
Soon.
I was able to test last year, but that test was negated by an Article 15.
What'd you do?
For those of you that don't know, an Article 15 is what happens when you get in trouble in the military.
It's the big
Yeah,
slap.
it's a.
It's the big slap
It's a
on
big.
the wrist.
It's a big slap on the
It's
wrist.
the one where they say stop it.
Uh,
right now.
It's punitive action.
I'm not gonna disclose it in this
I can't spell your
podcast,
name
but
right now.
Corey, I will tell you later.
All right, yes sir. Well, what time you got there, Nick? You got like 48 minutes or something like that?
Yeah,
Probably don't want to drag on here too long.
Okay, that's
No, it's pretty
Probably
good.
wrap this thing up.
Our Our average listen time is what, 3 minutes?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're already well exceeded the gap
3
there.
minutes. It's okay, you know.
We'll get there.
This doesn't even need editing. This is
No.
great.
Yeah, no, it's mint. We don't
Oh,
have
no,
to do
you
shit
don't.
with
You
this.
don't edit a podcast. Trust me.
We don't have to do shit with this because you can tell by the little soundy
But
things
what we
there
do
that
do-
we were already louder than
It's
we were
your
last
cue
time.
to say,
Do we wrap this up?
Yeah,
Thanks
I don't have
for,
any alcohol. I don't have any more liquor. So.
thanks for
and I'm
joining
not
us
drinking
with,
your nasty ass scotch. So.
Boozing with buddies.
Ooh, Robert's gonna sign us
I
off.
had a little bit of gross scotch, a little bit of Jameson whiskey, and
Delicious Jameson.
a couple of beers. So
Yes, sir.
thanks for listening, and come back and enjoy a beer with us next time.
Yes, sir.
We love you all.
Yep. We'll see you next week. All right, Tyler's not gonna say shit, so I guess we're just gonna roll this one out. I guess that's his way of saying goodbye.
Scotch.
Oh. All right. Well, we'll see you later, folks.